And to work on the back, I measured my shoulder, which is 16 divided by 2/8. I marked 8 inches, and then my neck depth I marked 1.5 inch. My neck width I marked 3 inches, and then I marked my shoulder slope, which is 1 inch. And another thing I want you to know is that whenever you want to mark your armhole or your chest line, make sure you start from your shoulder slope. All right, so I marked it, which is 8 inches. Now I want to mark out my waist measurement, which is 15 inches. Our front is 16.5, and while the back is 15 inches. All right, I marked it on the waistline and also the full length of this top, and also extend the lines. Although we are going to be working on the down part, we are going to be removing that 1.5 inch later. Then this is my armhole. From the chest line, I connect it back to the shoulder slope, and then find the midpoint of the armhole. Now I'm connecting my shoulder slope to my neckline, and then connect my neckline. From the midpoint of the armhole, I went in by 1/2 inch, and then divide my round bust measurements on the chest line and mark it, because I'm trying to connect my armhole here. You know, there is something about this armhole. Some connect their armhole this way for the back, while others connect in another way, which is this way I'm connecting right now. But whichever way you want to use, we want to connect on, which is also fine. All right, so I'm going to be using this last one I connected. You can also do it this way. You can also use the first one, which is also fine. So I went ahead to mark my body measurement, and now before I mark the down part of my body measurement, I'm going to remove that 1.5 inch I explained earlier, which is the difference between the front and back half length. I'm going to remove it from the full length of this top. All right, from the full length of this pattern paper. That is what I'm trying to do right now. So I've removed that 1.5 inch, and this 1.5 inch is what we use on our front side dart. Okay, so I went ahead to mark and then connect all the dots. Remember, this our back doesn't have a dart. All right, so it's a dartless back. Now I want to mark out where our loop will start from. From the chest line, I came up by 1.5 inch, and then went in by 4 inches, which is our nipple to nipple measurement. And then from that, the same chest line, I went in by 1.5 inch again. All right, and then use my ruler to connect it as shown. And this is how I want my loop to be. This is where our loop is going to sit. You can draw your own straight, you can draw your own this way, it's your choice. So I drew my own this way. This is where we are going to place our loop. All right, and these are the area your button is going to sit. So after doing that, I went to the down part of this pattern paper to mark 1 inch, and then connect it to the center. You can leave your own straight, it's your choice. So after doing that, I went ahead to cut all the areas that I do not need and label them. So this is the final look of this back. Okay, and the next thing we are going to do right now is to work on the front yoke. Remember, I said earlier that we are going to work on this yoke. All right, when you look at the dress, you see that there is how the front yoke looks. There is an opening, so that is what I'm trying to do here. I went in by 1 inch and connect it this way. We are also going to slash this yoke later. Okay, so this is where we are going to stop on this drafting, and I'll be posting the making of this corset on my next video. If this video is helpful, do not forget to subscribe, like and share. Thank you.